there is a couple more left to come. Yeah. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Songs on Stage in the Gladstone Hotel. Thank you for being here tonight. We've got a star-studded packed performances here tonight for you. I can think of at least 8 acts off the top of my head. And Les is going to kick us off. He's going to kick us off with a few numbers, and then we'll get the Irreverent Mob up. So a big round of applause for Les.
Thank you. It's NAIDOC week, so I'm going to sing 3 songs about the Aboriginal situation in Australia and how it's been over the last 200 years. Because the reality is that white Australia has a black history. And as soon as we get on board with it, then we can move on and become one people. So the first one's by Kev Carmody. And it's called Thou Shalt Not Steal. In 1788, down in Sydney Cove, the first boat people land. They said, sorry boys, our gain's your loss. We're gonna steal your land. And if you break our new British laws, for sure you're gonna hang. Or work for life like your convicts, with chains on your neck and hands. And they taught us, whoa, black woman, thou shalt not steal. Yeah, black man, thou shalt not steal. We're gonna civilize your black barbaric lives and teach you how to kneel. But your history couldn't hide the genocide. The hypocrisy to us was real. Well, your Jesus said you're supposed to give the oppressed a better deal. But we say to you, white man, thou shalt not steal. Oh yeah, our land, you'd better heal. Your science and technology, hey, you can make a nuclear bomb. Development has increased its size to 3 million megatons. But if you think that's progress, I suggest your reasoning's unsound. You should have found out long ago you best leave it in the ground. And they taught us, whoa, black woman, thou shalt not steal. Yeah, black man, thou shalt not steal. We're gonna civilize your black barbaric lives, teach you how to kneel. But your history couldn't hide the genocide. The hypocrisy to us was real. Well, your Jesus said you're supposed to give the oppressed a better deal. So we say to you, white man, thou shalt not steal. Oh yeah, our land, you better heal. Well, you talk of conservation, keep the forest pristine green. Yet in 200 years your materialism has stripped the forest clean. And a racist a contradiction that's understood by none. Mostly their left hand holds a Bible, while their right hand holds a gun. And they taught us, whoa, black woman, thou shalt not steal. Yeah, black man, thou shalt not steal. We're gonna civilize your black barbaric lives, teach you how to kneel. But your history couldn't hide that genocide. Hypocrisy to us was real. Well, your Jesus said you're supposed to give the oppressed a better deal. So we say to you, white man, thou shalt not steal. Oh yeah, land, you better heal. Oh yeah, land, you better heal. Thank you. In 1788, when the fleet landed, there were approximately 750,000 indigenous people here. 100 years later, 117,000 from 750,000. Makarrata is two parties coming together after a struggle and healing divisions of the past. So that's what we need in Australia, Makarata. Okay, this one's about stealing the children. Written by Eric Bogle. Well, I want you to imagine that you're a child again, small and black, frightened, bewildered and alone. Because yesterday an alien race came to your childhood dreamtime place, took you from the only life you've ever known, and your ears still ring to the sound of your mother's cries as they tore you from her helpless arms. And your scared and angry father shouting, why? Imagine that, if you can. It's the shame of a nation. And it's time for reconciliation. Well, I want you to imagine this, the mission school where the alien fist is clothed by the Christian's velvet glove, where they preach about sin, teach you shame, steal your past, change your name, and all they claim in the name of their God's love. So when they tell you you're an orphan, you believe it to be true, for they're the ones with the Bibles in their hand, and the last small hope dies deep inside of you. Imagine that, if you can. It's the shame of a nation. And it's time for reconciliation. Well, imagine a people so advanced in their pride and arrogance, no culture has value but their own, and that only they, the just and strong, can judge what's right and right what's wrong, for the truth shines on them and them alone. So when the light of their truth falls on you one day, and all that you are is judged and damned, when for their own good they'll take your children away. Imagine that, if you can. It's the shame of a nation. And it's time, long past time, for reconciliation. Yes, it's time, long past time, for reconciliation. It's time. Right, I'm going to do one by Ted Egan now. It's called The Drover's Boy. You might have heard of it. Ted Egan actually uses a empty beer carton. But I thought, because it's an Aboriginal story, that I'd use clapsticks. Back in the 1800s, early 1900s, there was an apartheid in Australia, and you couldn't have a relationship with people of the different coloured skin. So this is one of the ways that people got around it. They couldn't understand why the drover cried as they buried the drover's boy. The drover had always seemed so hard to the men in his employ. A bolting horse, the stirrup lost, and the drover's boy was dead. They shovelled dirt, a mumbled word, and it's back to the road ahead. And forget about the drover's boy. They couldn't understand why the drover cut a lock of the dead boy's hair. He put it in the band of his battered old hat as they watched him standing there. And he told them, take the cattle on, I'll sit with the boy a while. A silent thought, a pipe to smoke, and it's right another mile. And forget about the drover's boy. Forget about the drover's boy. They couldn't make out why the drover and the boy always camped so far away. For the tall white man and the slim black boy never had much to say. And the boy would be gone at the break of dawn, tail the horses, carry on, while the drover roused the sleeping men. It's daylight, hit the road again, and follow the drover's boy. Follow the drover's boy. In the Camberwheel pub they talked about the death of the drover's boy. They drank their rum with the stranger who'd come from the Kimberley run Fitzroy. He told of the massacre in the west, barest details, guess the rest. Shoot the bucks, grab a gin, cut her hair, break her in, call her a boy, the drover's boy. Call her a boy, the drover's boy. So when they build that Stockman's Hall of Fame, they talk about the droving game. Remember the girl who was bedmate and died, rode with the drover side by side, watched the bullocks, flayed the hide, faithful wife but never a bride, bred his sons for the cattle run. But don't weep for the drover's boy, don't mourn for the drover's boy, but don't forget the drover's boy. So I'm going to be joined with a couple of blokes who have lived their life with sex, drugs and rock and roll. But these days they have to live nearby to a pharmacist, a optometrist and a bakery, because their lives, instead of being sex, drugs and rock and roll, are now specs, drugs and sausage rolls.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Irreverent Mob.
Thanks, Dave, but that should be the Very Irreverent Mob, son. We're going to continue the same theme, and the first one is written by Alistair Hewlett. It's called The Plains of Maralinga. Back in 1956-57, the British detonated 7 nuclear bombs in South Australia. One at 30,000 feet, would you believe, and when the wind changed, the toxic fallout went right across to the east coast of Australia. The Plains of Maralinga. You ready? Remember in the old days when we sucked up to the ponds, we stood and sang their anthem like a pack of Uncle Toms. They brought our beef and wool, so we let them test their bonds. In the heartland of Australia, where the black-skinned nation roamed, there was nothing in the paper about what was going on. If Robert Menzies knew, by Christ, he wasn't letting on. For he loved his flaming knighthood, that great Australian son, much more than he loved the land where the Pit and Jarrah run. Out on the plain of Maralinga, what happened there was a bloody disgrace. Out on the plains of Maralinga, a total disregard for the black Australian race. Well, no one asked the local people if they thought it was okay. If you haven't got a job, mate, you haven't got a say. And if we lost a few, well, they were only in the way. If they'd been white, bet your backside, they'd be holy shit to pay. Well, they said the fallout was harmless. They knew that was a lie. It never slowed them up when there were people camp close by who tell the story how they saw a big flash in the sky. Then they all got sick and one by one began to slowly die. Out on the plains of Maralinga, what happened there was a bloody disgrace. Out on the plains of Maralinga, total disregard for the black Australian race. And again, out on those plains of Maralinga, what happened there was a bloody disgrace. Out on the plains of Maralinga, a total disregard for the whole human race. It was a total disregard for the whole human race. Thank you.
All right, gentlemen. No. We've already stationed one more. And now we go.
Final Australian next and then solid rock. Okay, now it's time for you to sing along.
Yes.
What we're looking for is
You might have heard
Oh,
this on
join us.
television a few times.
because we're all Australian. This was written by Davy Newton of the Bushwhackers. Oh, I might use about 6. Just for the first verse, eh? I came from the dream town, from the dusty red soil plains. I am the ancient heart, the keeper of the flame. I stood upon the rocky shore, I watched the tall ships come. For 60,000 years I've been the first Australian. I came upon the prison ship, bound by iron chains. I cleared the land, endured the lash, and waited for the rain. I'm a settler, I'm a farmer's wife, on a dry and barren run. A convict, then a free man, I became Australian. We are one, all together, but we are lands on earth we come to share a mother alone. The girl became a woman on the long and dusty road. I'm a child of the Depression. I saw the good times come. I'm a bushy, I'm a battler, I am Australian. 'Cause we are one, but we are many, and from all the lands on earth we come. We share a dream and sing with one voice. I am, you are, we are Australian. I'm a teller of stories, I'm a singer of song. I'm Albert Namatjira, and I paint those ghostly guns. I'm Clancy on his horse, I'm Ned Kelly on the run. I'm the one who waltzed Matilda, I am Australian. I'm the hot wind from the desert, I'm the black soil of the plains. I'm the mountains and the valleys, I'm the droughts and flooding rain. I am the rock, I am the sky, the rivers when they run. The spirit of this great land, I am Australian. 'Cause we are one, but we are many, and from all the lands on earth we come. We share a dream and sing with one voice. I am, you are, we are Australian. Once more, yes, we are one, but we are many, and from all the lands on earth we come. We share a dream and sing with one voice. I am, you are, we are Australia. Slow down. I am, you are, we are Australia. Thank you.
Thank you, that was lovely. Everybody's singing along.
Well done, guys. Wonderful choir. We're going to